Hey guys, happy full moon. Happy full moon in Capricornus. My fellow Capricorns, how are you? The energy feels good, right? Promised I was going to do readings, and so I am. I'm just going to do a collective read for the Capricorn energies in the full moon. I'm not going to do all signs, but I am going to read particularly for Capricorn because why not? I think they kind of deserve it. And I really want to see what's going on with that. So hope that's okay. I'll do all signs again. I will. Right now I feel like this energy is affecting everybody anyway, regardless. And so even if you're not a Capricorn, it's going to be affecting you. But I also want to say that, especially if you have Capricorn in your chart somewhere, anywhere, I would say. And there's so many retrogrades going on. It's just crazy. I just want to talk about what the energy is. Whether or not it resonates, it's okay if it doesn't. Then it's just not your reading. No worries. Doesn't bother me either way. I'm just doing the reads. If you want a personal reading, you guys know my information's down below. And, yeah. That's it. Let's get to it, shall we? Alright. God, it feels so good, doesn't it? I don't know. I feel so good. I feel so grounded. Alright. Okay, Spirit. Current energies for the collective. Capricorn full moon. Energies for the collective going into... And it's not just because the full moon energy usually lasts 3 days before, 3 days after. But it still carries through. Now, right now, it's 7/10, so I'm definitely going to say probably 2 weeks till the end of the month, end of July, is the energies they'll probably give to me. Maybe even, they're laughing. They're like, no, possibly entering into September. Okay, let's do it. What does the collective need to know, Spirit? Full moon energies for the collective. There's a lot of push-pull, but not so much on my collective's end. It's more as if this energy or these old energies are trying to, and it could be the retrogrades, absolutely. These old energies are trying to pull my collective back into negative patterns, negative habits, negative ways of thinking. Not even just negative, just old ways of doing, being. That's, my collective's not having it. We're not doing this. Because this is the game that this the energy plays, like dark karmic, whatever energy you want to call it. This is the game it plays, and it tries to reel you back in to the same old drama where nothing ever changes, and you're just trying to manifest all new energy. You're trying to focus your energies on the new, on creating better for yourselves. Your focus is there. So I find it funny. I don't know. I find it funny that this energy is still. And the thing is, I don't think they're able to do it, but I feel like they're trying. So it's almost as if, we're going to keep trying to try and get them to not do their work, to sidetrack them, to steer them off their path, to peel away their confidence, and I don't even think, you know what's so funny, guys, about this energy? It's like it feels like it's trying, right? But it doesn't even have the guts to actually contact you, call you, speak to you, say this to your face. They had to do it all behind the scenes through gossip, maliciousness, lies, spell work, whatever they're doing. It's very cowardly is the energy that I'm getting. So I feel like for you guys, you're not that you're paying it any attention. You're just focused on what you're doing, and in doing that, plus toppled with the fact that your energy doesn't even intermingle with theirs because the energy is so dense and low vibing. It doesn't even match, So it's almost with hilarity that I say this. They can't knock you. It's like they want to knock you down a peg or two for no reason. You know what I mean? You guys are not being egotistical about the work. You're not being egotistical about what you're doing. You're basically staying in your own damn lane and just trying to achieve your own personal goals of walking your authentic path. And I guess it just pisses them off. That's a sorry occupation, isn't it? Sorry occupation. But obviously, these energies are very jealous. They're very annoyed by you, and for some reason or another. It's just very, like I said, it's almost like that same energy of very high school baby bullshit. Baby bullshit. Who has the time? So you guys, I don't even want to talk about that energy because it's just at this point, they're not shifting and changing. There's nothing new to report. They're still doing the same old bullshit. So just keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about it. I don't feel like there's anything they can possibly do. I do feel like everything they're doing is bouncing immediately back onto them. Especially the retrogrades are helping that. It's not working in the opposite way, you know. I think they think that, though. I can say that. I feel like whoever's in your life that is trying to wreak havoc or work negative magic or even just gossiping or trying to destroy your character in some way, it's all coming back onto them now. So they're dealing with that now. And okay, wait, Spirit's saying, you know what, it's they don't even want to come. They know that we know. So Spirit's telling me they know that my divines know. They know that the collective knows. So they're trying to think of an approach to speak to my collective in a way where they don't look like they're to blame, per se. Like, of course, they're not going to take responsibility for what they've said, done, or, they won't admit that because then they look like, obviously, the bad person. That's not what they want to look like. But so I'm getting that they're going to try. They may, for some of you. I don't feel like this is for all. Because I feel like most of them are cowards and don't have the guts to confront my collective or just say what they need to say or even apologize or even admit what they've done. They're not going to do that. But I am getting, for some of you, some will try to weed their way back in on the guise of being your friend, on the guise of being someone who's changed, on the guise of being, I still love you, or, it's bullshit, you know? It's just stupid. Really what they want is they want your energy. They want your energy back in their life so they could deplete it again, or so they can utilize it for themselves, or so they can, I don't know, maybe even try and gain that energy for themselves. And like I said, I don't know why they think this way, and this is kind of twisted, but I think they think if they destroy you, they could steal your gifts, they could steal your personality, they could steal your persona, your strength, your courage, your just who you are. And it's kind of sick. It's really twisted. Obviously they can't do that. You know, you can't do, that's not how it works. The laws don't work that way. So I mean, maybe they need a little lesson on esoteric knowledge or how the laws work, because people think, oh well, there's no rules, there's no laws. Cosmically, yeah, there is. and they're pretty simple, actually. They're very simple. I just feel like you don't have to really worry about this, but do not invite them in. I think everybody knows, my collective knows, we're very well versed in who these people are, why we have our boundaries up with them already. You already know who I'm talking about in your life. You know who you already set boundaries with. You know who you're not speaking to anymore. You know who you cut out of your life, or that you at least keep a nice distance from, and you did it for a reason, and your reasons are valid. I'm here to tell you your reasons are very valid. So do not second guess why you did it. If you followed your intuition, if you listened to your inner guidance, if you saw the red flags, if you saw their behavior, if the behaviors haven't changed, if they're still doing what they're doing, then you know for a fact that you did the right thing. And you do not need to let anybody back in. I don't care what sob story they use. I do not give a shit. You do not have to let them back into your energy. You can be like, I'm so sorry you're going through that. You take care. Really, there's no need for even a conversation, is what I'm saying. You guys know who they are, okay? That's what Spirit's telling me. They're like, oh, the collective knows. They know. And they know exactly why they're not in their life. And so do the karmics and the darks. They know exactly why you block them. They're going to play stupid. They're going to make excuses. They're going to try everything in the book to get you to open the gates again, or open the doors again, or open your heart again, or at least talk to them. If they can get a conversation. Because even then, if they can get a conversation, they might want to pick a fight just to get a rise out of you, because angry energy is energy still. And they like that energy too. Doesn't matter if it's loving energy. If they can make you look bad, that's the best thing in the world for them. If they can get you to flip your script and go into a negative place, that's happiness for them. They've won. That's not going to happen, though. Right, guys? It's just not going to happen. They can't knock us off our pegs, people. They keep trying. But my collective is like, hell no. I am too busy. I'm working my butt off. I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm celebrating each and every day. I'm surrounded by people who love me, who uplift me, who support me. And those are the only people I'm surrounding myself with. It's good things for the collective. And I think that the darks know. And they know that you're not falling for their shit. You're not getting hit with their spell work. You're not getting hurt in any way. You're not derailed. You're very focused. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want you see you celebrating. They don't want to see other people celebrating you. They don't want to see you getting any praise whatsoever. They're very jealous. They're very childish. They're very sick, mentally, physically, emotionally. Because, you know how I always say that their colors. So when I look into their aura, it's like right now it looks like a greenish black muck. And when I see that mixture, that's always like a jealous hatred for my collective. So there's a jealousy there. It could be that they don't want to see you, let's say this is an ex. They don't want to see you moving on, being happy with someone else. They don't want to, if it's not an ex, say it's a family member. And for some reason in their mind, you're more successful in some way. And they just don't want to celebrate your success. You know, they're like, it's just that kind of petty shit. But it's not something that you can control because you're just living your life. You're not doing anything wrong. In their eyes, you are. They don't want to see you happy is what it all comes down to. So, and like I said, what's happening is that all this negativity is just eating away at their spirit, eating away at their soul, eating away at their confidence. They're trying to use this dark energy to their benefit at this point. They don't want it going back onto them. So they're trying to pull the dark energy together. I mean, it's a full moon. You know they're going to be doing their stupid shit. So I feel like they're trying to pull this dark energy. And almost I'm hearing, and listen, you guys know I don't believe in the devil, but my spirit guides are saying, Carolyn, just imagine they're saying, I'll sell my soul to the devil to destroy this person. Or it's that kind of a vibe. And, you know, it's funny because the darkness is like, oh, this is good. Because you know what? They think I can touch that light. I can't touch that light, but I'm going to get your ass. So, I mean, they need to really be careful. And I've warned them plenty, and I'm not going to warn them. I can't warn them enough, so I'm not going to do it anymore. And this is probably, I always say it's going to be the last time. But I do feel bad for them because, I mean, all it is a flip of the switch. Unless they're seriously dark. There's no saving that. If they're gray and they're trying to, you know, they're wrestling with, I guess, the good and the evil within them, there's still a possibility that they'll choose the correct path. But, you know, who gives a shit, right? I don't give a shit. They're going to do what they're going to do. It's all going to hit them in the end. It's hitting them now, and they're still doing it, so they're not learning the lesson. And my spirit guides are just telling me, yeah, it's not a pretty thing. It's not a pretty picture. And, of course, what they're going to do is once they I think they've already realized it, but they're still trying. They really feel that there's a possibility of turning this around in their favor. But the problem is that they've been doing it for so long that it's almost, I just heard the statute of limitations, it's up. It's like, let me just, because I'm just curious. I mean, I kind of know what that means. I think, what is that, 10 years or something? What does it mean the statute of limitation is up? When a statute of limitation has expired, it means the legal time limit for taking specific action has passed. In criminal law, that prevents prosecutors from charging someone with a crime for a certain period. In civil law, it can bar someone from suing for damages after a set time. So, I mean, obviously, it's not about this. In a spiritual way, I wonder if they have a definition for that. You never know. Spiritually, what could the statute of limitations mean? See, it's saying, well, and it's in a legal context, set a time limit. So it's all about a time limit. So I feel like their time is up, is basically what Spirit just told me. Their time is up. They've given them enough chances to stop doing what they're doing, stop their attacks on my divine, stop their attacks on my collective. And because they keep doing it, time's up. And Spirit's like, this is it. We're done. And they said that last time, too. So, and I always felt like once summer is over, that's when we're fully in the clear, because I still feel there's stupid energy trying, and it's very, ugh, it's so annoying, you know. But I do feel like they are realizing time is up, and they're gonna, with the retrogrades, I feel last shot. They're gonna keep trying. So just be prepared. There may be confrontations, or you may be getting phone calls or text messages. Just ignore them. You know, you don't have to play in the sandbox. You really don't. You don't belong in the sandbox. They do, but you don't. Okay? You have work to do. Let's talk about that work for my collective, shall we? Everything's on, you know, you guys have got to stay the course. And you are. And it's such a journey. And I feel that it's exciting. But don't let self-doubt get in the way. Do not let your own opinions of yourself keep you from... I'm just listening to what they're saying to me. Keep you from achieving your goals, your dreams, your desires. Right now, this energy is coming into proper alignment for everybody to achieve their goals for the 5-10 year span. So whatever is being done right now is going to reflect within 5 years, 10 years, right? And that's good. I also feel like it's going to... I'm hearing a lot of like a financial abundance, starting on businesses that are really producing results, leaving toxic relationships, but moving on, but into a space of gratitude. It's like such a relief. I'm feeling like my collective can breathe because they're not constantly under attack. That's what I'm getting. You guys can breathe because Spirit, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, is protecting you from these attacks. You will no longer feel drained. All that energy that was taken from you, the so-called power that they think they stole from you, is because they're showing me my collective, like, and they just show me as, like, say a person standing. No one in particular. They're just, this is the collective. And so I'm seeing all these things that were kind of taken. All these lies are going to be uncovered, and the truth is coming out. And yes, there will be apologies. I don't know about the darks who had caused the trouble, but I do know those who went along for the ride and believed it are going to come forward and apologize, and there's going to be closure regarding that. Not that my collective was dwelling on it. I don't feel like you guys were. I think you were like, you know what, fuck it, let people believe what they're going to believe. I have work to do. I need to focus on the positive. I got to focus on my family and what's best for us. And if I don't have that support system, that's fine. I don't need it. I'll just keep going. So I do feel, but just so you know, because Spirit's telling me, I'm sorry, my hair's just really bothering me. Spirit's telling me, they're like, you know, everything from the past, and I'm talking from the past 10 years. I'm going to say the past, maybe even further. But I want to just, let's stick to the 10. the past 10 years, that's why I'm getting the statute of limitations, I think. All of the stuff, all of the bullshit, all of the lies, all of the gossip, all of the things said, all of the things unsaid, any attack that was against my divines, any attack that was against my collective is going to be uncovered and the truth is coming out. So if the darks did whatever they did, said whatever they said, they're going to get caught in their lies. They're finally understanding the truth, the people around them. They're finally waking up to the truth, and they're like, oh my God. So wasn't this person all this time? It was them? And here I was supporting them and believing them. I have to call the collective. I am so sorry that I ever believed in A, B, and C. And I'm so sorry that you went through that. But it's okay. Like, the collective's like, it's all right. Look, man, we've been through worse. So, like, having petty gossip and high school baby bullshit isn't going to derail us. But it is going to be a boon, I think, to our spirits to know that the truth is finally uncovered and out there. And now we can just be like, okay, well, I told you so. I don't know. Not that we would even say that. But I am getting this vibe of like, wow, okay, good. So that's one less thing that I have to think about or worry about. Not that you guys were. But, it's a good energy. Because it's going to release so much, maybe subconsciously, Spirit's telling me, it is going to release a lot for us in the sense that, well, well, I'm glad the truth is out, and I'm glad people understand and know now, and I'm so glad that that dark person was finally seen for who they truly are. And it flabbergasts me a little bit because I'm sure if any of you, whoever you was dealing with, or a group of people that were against you, whatever the case may be, you're probably in your mind thinking, well, how can no one see it, though? Like, seriously. But to be honest with you, the darks do wear great masks. I mean, they're narcissists. They gaslight. They love bomb. They know exactly what to do with three-dimensional, maybe even four-dimensional people. I won't even put them that high. Two-dimensional, three-dimensional people. And then you have us, the collective, we're like up to 6 and 7. And so really it doesn't matter, but for some reason on the lower, because, we vibrate at different levels and we can come and go as we please. So having that release at the base level, the primal level, will be satisfactory. Like, there will be some kind of satisfaction to it, is what I'm getting from my collective. Not going to make a difference in what you're doing, but it is going to make a difference as far as like, oh, good, I'm glad you know now. So that's great. Doesn't mean you're going to have these people back in your life, though. Because if they did go along with the darks and the karmics, you're probably going to... And I don't believe in that keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Fuck that shit. My enemies can go suck it. I don't need you in my life. You can get the hell away from me. Take that energy elsewhere. So you don't have to do that either. You just do you. And you be with people who vibrate at a beautiful level like you do. You don't need to play in those sandboxes anymore. Like I said, it's not high school. This is not high school. This certainly isn't kindergarten, and it ain't middle school. We've graduated. We don't have time for the bullshit. Okay, let's keep going. So I do feel like work or career or businesses are booming. You guys are doing great. Stay on track. If it's kind of slow, don't worry about it. It's just the energy with the push-pull. Like I said, it's going to be doing that probably until the end of the summer. And then I see the fall, it's building up. And by spring, it's golden. Good stuff in the spring. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about love, baby. Let's talk about you and me. How about love for the collective, Spirit? Should we talk about couples first? Okay. Talk about those who are coupled already. I mean, if it's a new relationship, but it's moving along nicely, I feel like the next step is happening. Or we're taking the next step. And that could be anything. It depends on you. It could be we're calling each other, we're significant to each other only, we're monogamous to each other, we're choosing to be monogamous, we're in this together, I want to pursue this. It's that kind of an energy. If it's you're with them longer, then I see we're moving in together. I see engagements, possible marriages. definitely a commitment on a soul level. It's not like, oh, I'm committing to you because I want I want the title of boyfriend girlfriend. It's not like that at all. It's more like, I'm committing to you because I respect you. I admire your spirit. I admire who you are. I want to be your counterpart, your divine counterpart, and we're doing this together. It's a healthy relationship. So I like that. If we have, my collective is married, it's kind of revamping the relationship where we're taking the extra steps to make time for each other, to find common interests again. Maybe for some of you, the kids have moved out and now it's just the two of you. So you're relearning how to love each other again. And that's great energy too, Deciding, like, should we travel? Should we explore? I do feel like, and this is an odd thing to say, but I am going to say it because this is what Spirit's telling me. Intimately, my coupled divines are doing great. I mean, you guys are, like, sexually, I feel like everything's on point. So if there was a lull in the past, I don't see that being the case now. I feel like there's this reigniting passion for my counterpart, or for my married person, or my lover. Or when I say marriage too, by the way, guys, like, if I read clients and I get marriage, it's usually, it doesn't necessarily mean legal, because I sometimes get like, if you've been with someone 5 years or more, it's just how my psychic stuff works, where it's like, oh, they're married. They're really not. I think it's just my old school mentality. You may not be married, but you've been with them for 5, 10 years, whatever. It's not about being married. It's just that love and respect, and knowing that you're together and doing this together. So I do, the energies for my couples are really great. For some of you, I'm getting where we're maybe buying property or selling property, or we want to get a timeshare or like a vacation home. It's that kind of a vibe. It's definitely more like investment. It's not only investing my emotions, my love for my divine counterpart or my significant other, but we want to invest in our future and our retirement. Yeah, that kind of vibe. So I do see a lot of you doing that, playing with your money, figuring out, possibly doing wills, possibly creating policies for the kids, whatever the case may be. You're getting your financial houses in order, but also having fun and making sure that you have the money or the means or the time to be able to do that with each other. Okay, that's beautiful. Good stuff. I have nothing bad to report. I'm not even going to talk about couples, because I know some of you are with karmics, but if you are, you're sticking with it because you just feel like you need to. Maybe there's still work that has to be done, karmic lessons, whatever the case may be. It doesn't mean it's going to keep you from doing your divine work, though, or learning the divine lessons along the way, okay? All right, singles. I mean, singles, you are just all about working and self-love and self-care. I'm just getting where I'm building a firm foundation. I'm embracing my authenticity. I'm learning more about myself, the things that I really enjoy. I'm only allowing that in. Boundaries are way up. So dating might not be on the top of the list, which is fine. I totally get that. Your focus is really on business and work. And just, I mean, your coin, you want to make sure that even if you aren't with somebody, you want to make sure that you're able to take care of business, or take care of yourself, or, have the house and the goods and the happiness. Because in your mind, I feel like if you're single, you're probably like, well, at least I know that my shit is good and I'm set. And if someone does come into my life, I could be like, yeah, I'm good to go. Are you? And, it's that kind of a vibe. So you guys are working on your own divinity, and you're also focused on, like, your health and wellness. It's all very balanced. Meditation, just focused on dreams and goals. If you're a single parent, you're very focused on your kids, you're spending more time with them, or you have the capacity to do so because work is just going really smooth. I see it being really prosperous. If you haven't gotten a raise, if you haven't gotten a promotion, Spirit's telling me within 3 months you will. Or there's something shifting with business where there's more accolades or more clients or more money, whatever the case may be. But I just see it's all going up from here financially. And by this going up, it gives me more time for socializing, which will open up the playing field for you to possibly date somebody or maybe meet somebody. I do feel like a lot of my singles will be meeting someone by fall, if that's what you want. If not, then you're just going to be doing what you're doing. Or business is going to be booming so well that that's really going to be your main focus, you know? And that's okay too. Either way, I'm getting this sense that my singles are very secure in who they are and what they're doing right now. And there's no this woe is me, I'm single bullshit. No, we don't have time for that. Because it's not a big deal. It's like, okay, just, it's not happening. That's fine. When it happens, it happens. It's not something, like I said, it's not on the top agenda. Do you want love? Yes, I feel like you guys do. But you also want it to be with the right person. You're not going to waste your time on energies that are going to play baby bullshit games. And you're going to know. Because you're going to feel it. You're going to see it. Sorry, I'm so thirsty. It's water. I drank too much coffee this morning. I have 3 cups and I'm like, boom. But I mean, I don't have 3 cups in the big cup. I have, not in that cup. I have them in my little cup. But I love coffee. I do. I love my coffee. Okay, so, yeah. So I just feel like you guys are fine, And I love it. Like, I mean, no one's asked me this in a while. I think that's kind of funny. But it's like, why are you single? Because I want to be. If I wanted to be in a relationship, I could be very easily. We're not going to settle for anything less than our divine counterpart. We're not interested in spreading our energy thin or wasting our energy on things that aren't going towards the goal, whatever the goal may be for my divines. So I'm getting that energy very strongly. You're open to dating, but you're also not going to play the field or sleep around or do stupid things like that. You're not going to waste your energy on that. That's not of interest. What is of interest is meeting someone that's got their shit straight, their head on straight, and that you can actually have a conversation with. Wouldn't that be great? Like, I'm just saying. So you guys you're not going to waste your time. We don't have time for that because you guys are really focused on your goals and your dreams and your desires, and you're not going to just let anybody in to come and piss all over it or distract you. So, and I'm not saying that has to be somebody that's going to add to your status, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like my divines are single and they're like, oh, well, I have to have somebody that has money, or I have to have somebody. It's not about that, because you make your own damn money. So it's not about that. But you do want someone that's morally sound, has a good head on their shoulders, at least has a job, isn't living with their parents. They're doing what they have to do, and they're getting their shit fixed. I have nothing against the underdog that's a work in progress. If that's what you're doing, that's fine. Because look, we all have had hard times. But I do feel that where my collective is at right now, they're kind of like, well, it's okay that you're going through that, and I totally get it. So why don't you just work on that? Don't be distracted by me. You focus on you and you do your thing. So supportive in that way, but not looking to be in a relationship with somebody that's not done working on themselves. Not that we ever are. What I mean by that is at least be at a place where there is some semblance of balance and everything's flowing in a proper way where you are healthy enough to be in a relationship together. That was pretty deep, but you know what I mean. So for my singles, that's what I am getting for you guys. Although I gotta tell you, again, because of the retrogrades, there's some past lovers coming back, some old energies that want to get back in, get you back on that merry-go-round. You're not going to do it, though, because you've been through it. You know, you're like, no, you've learned the lesson, okay? So that's not going to work. And if it is somebody that you had a connection with, and say that connection was, like, on a soul level, very strong, there is a way, because this just happened to me, where you could still be connected without it being anything else. Where you could still love each other and respect each other and just appreciate each other and what occurred between you while still being friends and keeping in touch. It is possible, and I know in the past I said there's no way I could ever be friends with an ex. But I have to take that back because it is possible. So, I mean, as long as it's not an ex that really did a number on you. This ex didn't do a number on me. He's a decent person. So, yeah, friendship is okay once in a while. You can have that situation. I like this energy a lot. I just feel like all of you are in a really good place. There's nothing negative to report, which makes me happy. Because, you know, we don't need that. We don't need it. We have enough going on. All right, let's talk about how the rest of July is going to be real quick. I mean, I am getting that because everybody's so focused on their dreams, their goals, and what it is they want to achieve, they're not really making enough time for social activity. But I get that so much because right now, I swear to God, I'm just working, and I'm loving it, and creating, and I can't stop. If you are in that flow, then don't stop. Your friends will understand. Trust me. I already told my friends, I'm like, look, guys, here's the deal. I was like, this is where I'm going to be. But no, I love you, and I promise when I'm done, we're going to celebrate, and that'll be it. So, just if that's, just talk, communicate. But just, I think your true friends will understand if that's what you've been doing, and that's what you're working on. Because I do feel like whatever is being worked on, again, I'm going to say it again, I think I already said it, whatever's going to be worked on now is going to have positive repercussions within the 5-year, 10-year span. It's really going to change everything for my collective. So I don't know what you guys are working on, but I'm excited for you because I know what I'm working on. And I really hope this is true because I'm watching this. I'm listening to the reading. I'm like, God, be true, please. It's good stuff. It's really, really good. So you just hang in there. And all of these things, these desires, these dreams, these wishes, those things that you have secretly spoken to God about and the goddess and that the things you share only when you whisper it to the full moon, those are being heard. And finally, and I feel like a lot of you have big dreams. Like there's a dream that you have that's so big that you've always wanted it your whole life. And it just finally, I really do feel, and I'm not, I don't sugarcoat you guys. I'm not going to blow smoke up your butt. I feel like you're really going to get it. It's time. It's just time. The fighting, we don't have to fight for things anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the battle's over. That's what my spirit guides just said. The battle's over. It's time to receive. It's time to receive. Now, I can't... Okay. My spirit guide does want to say this. She's telling me, she's like, listen. We can say this, and we can share this information, but they need to understand that it doesn't matter what's going on globally, though. So when we hear about the thing, like the flood in Texas, the flood in New Mexico... Very devastating. I mean, I couldn't believe how the death toll rose. I mean, I could, because after Hurricane Helene, I was just like, wow. And it's funny because Texas helped North Carolina when we went through that, and now North Carolina sent people over to Texas to help them. But I mean, it's just, those things are always going to happen. It's just life. I do feel like weather patterns, and I've been saying this for a long time, but they're just going to get worse before they get better. Mother Nature is pissed off, okay? She's cleaning house. I hate to say it. And unfortunately, there's going to be casualties because of it. So, but, I mean, Spirit's saying it's not going to deter anybody. We just have to get through it. I am getting, I don't want to bring this up right now. We could do a separate read regarding this. But I am getting hurricane season's going to be monstrous this coming year. I'm not happy about that because I don't think I can go through another big one. But I don't want to get into that. Maybe we'll do a separate reading about what Mother Earth is going through and her schematic and how hard that's going to be. But in any case, so let's get back to the good stuff. Spirit, come on, man. Come on. It's Friday. I don't want to stop Friday. I'm sorry. It's a full moon in Capricorn. Let's please. Why did they bring up Friday though? Well, tomorrow's Friday. Hold on, guys. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Where was I? So yeah, let's move on. So the energy of the full moon definitely tomorrow, and I like that it's the 10th and the 11th. 11 I've been seeing, I don't know about you guys, but I've been seeing 11 like crazy. It means different things to different people. You go with what your self or your intuition is telling you. Never go by looking it up and GI chat and all that other crap. Everybody's using, I know I do it to reference things once in a while. But essentially you should be listening to your own intuition, okay? Alright. Is there anything else that my collective needs to know before I move on to the Capricorn reading? Just mainly, seriously, and I'm going to say it again, stay the course. Do not let the darks or the negatives or the retro people try and come back, try and steer you off your path, try and get a rise out of you, because you know that's what they're going to do. It's what they always try to do. They try to mess with your emotions. And because most of you are empaths, you're very sensitive to that kind of energy. But instead, just keep eating good, keep your energy clear, keep meditating. I meditated this morning and I balanced my chakras and I feel amazing. Just keep doing that. Keep protecting, keep staying positive, laughing, spending it with people that bring you joy. Do not let them derail you, because you have to be ever vigilant until the end of summer. Still, I just have to put that out there. Even though they're gonna keep doing what they're doing. So just in case. I'm not gonna say they're gonna hit you hard. They're not. Like I said, the statute of limitations is done with that. They got nothing. I hate repeating it, but sometimes I feel like I have to. Oh God. I have to tell you guys, because it's just, it's just ridiculous. I'm not even. They want me to talk about what they're going through, what the karmics are going through, and I don't need to. I don't think. Their shit's falling apart. That's all I can say. That's what happens when you mess with people for no damn reason, on false accusations or crazy dialogue that they have in their head. Anything that's happening is falling apart for them. Their plans are going to pot. Okay. Alright, let's talk about Capricorns now. Capricorn. Collective, I love you guys so much. I promise I will do all sign reads next time, okay? There's really not, the reading hasn't changed from the last set. So if you want, just watch those, okay? Hold on one second, you guys. Okay, Capricorns, it's your turn, because the moon is in your sign, and I love ya. Alright, Spirit. From a Capricorn collective. From my Capricorn collective. This full moon energy, what do they need to know? Remember, this is not going to resonate with everybody. Not with every Capricorn. And if you want a personal reading, if you never had a reading with me before, you can get the new client special, which shaves off about 15 bucks. Okay? Pretty good deal. So if it doesn't resonate, it's okay. It's fine. If it does, great. Leave a comment. I'd love to hear it. As a fellow Capricorn, I'd love to hear it. Okay. Capricorn, right away, I'm just getting, there's someone who's trying to get back into your energy, very jealous, very angry. I'm getting it's a male or a female or both. It's like a couple, or it's separate, or it's a male who's got this girlfriend, boyfriend, I don't know. It's just a weird dynamic. There's somebody who's highly jealous, and then there's somebody who is very obsessed. It could even be two separate people. And then there's also a group of people. Oh, Jesus, I always get this for Capricorn, man. That is dead set against, well, they're starting to wake up. This group of people are starting to wake up to the lies that have been perpetuated about you. This actually has to do with, so make sure, Capricorn, if you just skip to this, make sure you watch the collective reading too, okay? So the lies are starting to be uncovered and the truth is coming out. And this male or female or this energy that's obsessed and hating on you is really, it's Judgment Day. Yeah, it's fucking Judgment Day. Woohoo! Not that I'd wish that on anybody, but you know what? You're gonna fuck with a Capricorn, you're gonna get instant karma. That's the thing, and I wrote that in my, if you follow my page, I wrote that in my full moon post. Capricorns are rule Saturn, and Saturn is karma. So, I mean, and the Taskmaster. So, it's just, I just feel like they're getting instant karma, and they're not happy, and they're very, this energy, they really tried to steal your essence, or your ability, or your creativity. They tried to destroy you behind the scenes, like a coward, you know, like they didn't show themselves, or they hid themselves from you, or just to keep some kind of anonymity or something. But I feel like, because listen, Capricorn is very psychic. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Capricorn and I'm psychic. I'm just saying a lot of Capricorns are. They think, a lot of people think just because we're earth signs that we're not, but you have to understand we're the sea goat. So we can tap into both, you know, the material and the spiritual realms. You know, we're very in touch with the emotional nature, but we're also very pragmatic and practical. So, and I also feel like a lot of people underestimate Capricorn. They seem to think that Capricorns are pushovers, or, and look, Capricorns do, they put up with a lot of crap. But then when they're done, they're fucking done. Like, literally, when I'm done, I even say it, I'm like, yeah, we're done. That's it. And there's no more. You're not going to get a rise out of me. You're not going to get a conversation out of me. You're not going to get nothing out of me. You're lucky if I even talk to you again. So I'm getting that kind of energy where my Capricorns are like, yeah, we're done here. I've learned my lesson with you, or these energies. And the thing is also, Capricorn doesn't normally defend themselves or feel like they have to defend themselves. But so if they do, it's only because it's gone too far and something needs to be said. So I do feel like some of my Capricorns are kind of airing out slight grievances and saying, yeah, they said such and such about me. Obviously it's not true, but whatever. Because I do feel like some of the Capricorns that I'm reading, this energy at least, I'm getting that a lot of you are constantly hit with malicious gossip, and it all stems from jealousy, or it stems from misguided judgment. I feel like a lot of my Capricorns are judged based on gossip, and then it's like when people get to know the Capricorn, they're like, oh my god, this is not how that person described Capricorn at all. Capricorn's actually really cool. Capricorn's there for me. Capricorn keeps their word. It's that kind of a thing. So I feel like people are starting to understand that about my Capricorn Collective's character, and they're starting to realize, shit, I kind of screwed up because I messed up with the Capricorn, and now I'm like, should I apologize? Should I try and get in their good graces? Should I just tell them the truth and say, yeah, I did believe this awful stuff about you. I am so sorry. They were very convincing. Whatever the case may be. I just feel like this is being uncovered for my Capricorns. You're going to see a lot of people coming back apologizing. And then you're also going to get some negative people who are trying to get back in just to make you fall or see you fall flat on your face again. Obviously, you're going to know the difference because you know these people, I feel. That's what I'm getting. My Capricorn knows who these people are. There's probably a beautiful little list. Capricorn has a list. So it's just like, yeah, that person did that. That person did that. See, people think that Capricorns forget. We don't forget. It's all filed up here. You know, we know and we remember everything regarding what people have done to us. And it's not to say that Capricorns are perfect. I mean, we make our mistakes, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the people that are freaking out right now because they know what they did. So I'm getting, for my Capricorn collective, you guys, you're going to be all right. It's kind of funny, actually. You're going to be surprised about some of the people that are going to be coming back. I feel like some of it's really old. So, yeah, like years back, you know, that kind of stuff. Whether or not you want to entertain that, I highly doubt a Capricorn will. My Capricorn collective has moved on from it. They're probably like, oh God, that was ages ago. Why would I bother with that? So yeah, I don't see you doing that. And especially if it's someone who really did you dirty. You know, I don't think you're going to entertain that. But I mean, I do feel like this, whatever this truth is coming out. And it's like, well, Capricorn's like, well, it doesn't matter now. It's so far gone. Even though, you know, they're coming back apologizing and saying, oh, I believed A, B, and C. It really doesn't make a difference because it's so far gone that there's no fixing this. So, I mean, Capricorns have moved on, you know. It depends. I feel like it's really depends. It's a collective reading, so it could go either way. Some of you might take these people back into your life, and you may forgive. I mean, I feel like you have forgiven, or you let it go at the very least. But, because Capricorns don't like to hold hate in their heart. They don't really want to waste that energy. It doesn't really, what does it do? It doesn't do much, you know? So, but for the most part, my Capricorns are very, with the friendships they do have, with the people they do have in their life, they're a very solid and, I'm there for you kind of friends, you know? So I do feel like a lot of my Capricorns are there for the people who count, who matter, who have been there for them. And so, you know, there's nothing, the loyalty there will never waver when it comes to those relationships, Capricorn. Good for you. That's how Capricorns are. It just got super quiet because my AC, I have it on auto, so it shuts off and then it'll click back on. And you'll probably hear it when it does. Okay, let's keep going. So, yeah, so let's talk about love for 1 second. Well, no. I'm sorry. Hold on. They were like, no, wait, you got to get back to the jealous person. Okay, so there's something that my Capricorns do for work or business, or if you work for a company, or let's say you own your own business or you work for a company. It could be a jealous coworker. It could be, there's somebody, when it comes to your work or what you do for a living, that is highly, highly annoyed by it. They really want to see you fall. They do not want you doing this anymore. They don't like that you get accolades for the work that you do. They don't like you getting praise. They don't want you getting any kind of attention whatsoever. And it's not that you're a seeker of attention, Capricorn. It's just that you're just doing your job. And Capricorns are, when they set their mind to something, or when they, even when I worked in corporate, I did my job to the best of my ability. Like I went above and beyond. It didn't matter what I was doing. It's just a Capricorn trait that we just do that. That's just who we are. Because we love to work. We like a good work ethic. It's important. Making money, making our money is important. Feeling stable is important. So, but there's might be 1 to 2 energies, or this group of people, whatever the case may be, that are against what it is that you're doing. They don't like it. And so they could be slandering your name, trying to make you look bad, trying to dig up dirt on you, get you fired. It's really sad, actually, to want to destroy a person for no valid reason other than your own jealousy, hate, and discontent for yourself, you know? It could be someone who's in quiet competition with my Capricorn, but my Capricorn's like, I don't fucking know. I'm just doing my thing. I don't give a shit who's trying to compete with me. It's a whole nother level of bullshit that I don't even want to get into. We don't care about that. We're too busy doing our job. So if there is competition, which I feel there is, I mean, not in Capricorn's eyes, in this energy's eyes, they're competing for some fucking reason. It's just, you're not even, you're oblivious to it. So you just keep doing you, Capricorn. Don't worry, because I don't feel like whoever this energy is, they can't do it. Whatever it is that you do, they can't match that energy. They're trying. I mean, they're really trying. But the problem is they're not doing it from their soul light, from their inner self. And that's what they need to do. If you hear my son, he's just playing. He's being sweet. Brian, what are you doing?
I'm playing my game.
I know, I hear that. So just don't worry about it. I don't understand. This person's just not letting go, though. Like, the energy is it feels icky and sticky. Like, it's like, you know, like, it reminds me of those hands, those rubber hands that my son throws, and they stick on the wall, and then they fall, you know, like, after a little bit. So they're trying to stick to you. They're trying to glom onto your energy, and it's just not, of course they can't. They can't hold it. They're trying. I don't want you guys to worry about it, because it's just like your light, maybe the light is so bright that it just bounces right off, you know? I don't know. All I know is that whatever this energy is, they can't match your energy. They're trying, and because they can't, they're getting very upset. They're getting very angry, frustrated. Ugh, God. It's really sad, actually. So, Capricorn, all I can say is this. The next 3 months, whatever project you're working on, because I feel like some Capricorns are working on something. I mean, it's something wonderful. It's really going to take off. It's going to be finished. And when it's finished, it's going to be glorious. Don't doubt yourselves, though. Capricorns, I mean, I know I do sometimes. You have a tendency to... Oh, it's getting hot. You have a tendency to doubt yourself when you're really on the precipice of this greatness. And it's not ego for you to be proud of the work that you do or the work that you're putting out. Be freaking proud. You've earned it. You worked hard. You have every right to be like, hey, look what I did. You know, go ahead. You know what, Capricorn? It's time. It's time for you to just step up and say, you know what? I have many talents that I want to share with the world, and I have no reason to hide my light anymore out of modesty or any other false bullshit. If they can't handle it, your haters are going to hate. Don't let them stop you from your glow up, okay? Because you're going to have a major glow up, Capricorn. I'm seeing within the next 6 months to going into 2026, 27, it's going to be great changes, positive, beautiful, beautiful. As long as you're doing the work, okay? Hold on one second. So, like I said, don't let anybody dim your light. We're not doing that shit anymore. You celebrate you. You worked hard for it. You keep doing it. And then you get these people that, oh, she's a narcissist or he's a narcissist. And fuck you. We worked hard, man. We worked hard to get where we are. It's not about being a narcissist because I'm proud of my work. You're not a narc, okay, Cappies? You're just proud that you achieved a goal. You set a goal for yourself. You achieved it. And it's reaping. You're going to be reaping the rewards. And people that don't do that get jelly. They don't have the steadfastness. They don't have the climbing skills of a Cappy. Capricorns are going to do what they need to do. And it has nothing to do with anybody else. We don't hurt anybody on our path up. We're just doing our job, doing what we want to do, doing what we love. So, fuck the haters is what I'm saying. Don't worry about them. You just focus on you. This is so good. I love this energy. We got to talk about the love stuff, which I was kind of not wanting to do, but I'm starting to get hot. The air just popped on. Let's talk about the love. I mean, do we have to? Do you guys want to? Should we? I guess we could. Let me get my clips. All right. I'll just do this real quick. I'm sorry. Okay, Cappies. So, we're going to talk about Cappies that are in relationships, and then we're going to talk about the singles, okay? Cappies in relationships. I just heard living the rich life or living the good life. Taking time to celebrate life, taking time to enjoy the hard work and the money. You know, so if you are a Capricorn that's in a relationship, you're definitely taking the time to spend it with those you love. Spend money on those you love, even. I'm getting that as well. Just being generous. And for some Capricorns, if people were generous to you in the past, say, or if you borrowed money, you're going to be able to pay those people back and be like, hey, here's a little interest, you know, thank you for being there when I needed the help. So, I mean, Capricorns are usually good like that. I mean, if it's been a struggle, if someone kind of helped fund your dream, or, you know, if you, I don't feel like I'm getting Capricorns that have a business partner. This is more for people that have finally made it and they're like, oh, I could finally pay all those wonderful people who supported me, not even just financially, just in general. So I'm getting where this Capricorn, or these, with the couples anyway, where it's time to be generous back, but also spending time, having fun, playing now. Because Capricorns, like I said, we love to work hard and we play hard. We play hard. We like to have our fun. So we're not boring. Everybody thinks we're boring. We're far from boring. Definitely not boring. We like to have our fun. So I do see a lot of Capricorn couples, like I'm seeing going on vacation, whether it's a ski trip, whether it's going to that mountain cabin, whether it's going to Italy, wherever it is that you're going. There's some travel coming up as well, yeah. For couples, perhaps even singles too. But I'm just seeing, just enjoying life for the next couple of months. And then it's like, let's get back to work. No, but I do feel like it's time, because it's like we worked so hard. Let's reap the benefits now. I'm excited. Let's do this. There could be vow renewals if you're married. Oh, sorry, my leg is hurting me. I gotta move up. All right. There could be vow renewals. There could be, or some of you are getting married. I'm seeing. Yeah, I'm seeing. Well, see, now that's getting into the singles read. But if you're in a long-term relationship, I do see some of you finally just being like, you know what? I love this person. I want this person. This is who I want in my life. We're ready to do this. Let's get married. So it could be that you're spending money on that, spending money on the wedding, spending money on a honeymoon, on a ring, whatever the case may be, Capricorn. You're going to be very generous with whatever happens with this. Whether you get a promotion, a raise, there's big money coming to my Capricorns in the next 6 months. Big money. Okay? Thank you, God. Because it's like, it could be because Pluto is out of our sign, and that's why. But I'm also feeling like it's just, you did the hard work, and now it's time again to reap the rewards. So big money's coming. That's great. That makes me happy. So yeah, I just see a lot of generosity, love of family, celebration, being with the person I love, growing our intimacy, you know, connecting, reconnecting to our partner if we're married already, or if it's a long-term relationship. There's this beautiful reconnection and energy being shared. Nothing negative to report. I do feel like I am getting this brief thing though. For some Capricorn couples, I guess, or family-orientated Capricorns, there are some deaths in the family that I'm getting. But it's like the older, you know, it's the people that are, I'm talking like in their 90s, you know, they're on their way out. Or it's someone who's been very sick for a long time and now they're crossing over, they're ready to cross over. So Capricorn, do be prepared for that. If you know a loved one, or there's somebody, because Spirit's telling me, yeah, there's going to be some loss for some Capricorns regarding a family member or a loved one or just somebody that you're close to, okay? Sorry about that. My condolences when it happens, if it happens. All right, Capricorn singles. I mean, for some of you, you're just thinking, should I get back out there? Should I date? Should I? Because I feel like the work is the work, and you're doing your business, or you're doing what it is you need to do, right? But there's also a part of you that's like, well, I think it might be time to get out there, or I need to be more social. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm working and I'm in the zone, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just not. I'm too... I mean, I remember one day, probably yesterday, I was just working all day. And Brian's fine. You know, he's playing outside. It's summer, so he's home. And then, you know, we have those breaks in between where we play, we'll do some games and things like that, but then I get right back to work, right? So that's just been it. And time just flew by, and all of a sudden I looked at the clock, and Brian was sounding really tired. I was like, what time is it? And it was almost 12. I'm like, I've never done that. You know, well, I have. That's not true. But, like, where I'm working so much, and I'm just so into the work, And I was like, oh my God, Brian, you have to go to bed. And I've never done that, you know, with him. You know, he's usually in bed normal time, and it's good to go. But it was fine, you know, it's summer. So I was like, thank God. And it was a weekend day. So I was like, buddy, it's okay. Just let's go to bed. But it's that kind of vibe. So I feel like my Capricorn single is just very all about the work, and that's great. But it's going to get to the point, I feel like by the end of July, going into August, you're going to start being like, okay, the work is kind of, I'm slowing down a bit. I'm ready to have some fun. Let me take it out. Let me go out. So that's good, you know? But honestly, I just feel like it's not like you're on the hunt. I'm not getting that kind of energy. Capricorns don't do that. We don't hunt for anything. You know, it's usually it comes to us. We're not hunting for nobody. But if it happens, I do see you out and about. I see you just having fun with friends, meeting people. Probably knowing my Capricorn singles, if you're meeting people, you're handing out your business card, because I know I do that. Guilty as charged. And you know, you're just handing out your business card, and it's not even about thinking, oh, well, this could be a good prospect, or maybe I'll go on a date with this. It's not about that. It's more like, oh, maybe they will hit me up because they want to utilize my business, or it could just, and then it ends up being somebody that's interested in you, or they're like, I'd like to take you out, da da da. So usually, and I hate to say this, but it's kind of true, Capricorns tend to meet their significant other through their work, or through work, or in some way. I can tell you right now, with both my ex-husbands, because I was married twice. If you didn't know that, there you go. I was with them both for a long time, though. I met them both through my work, and I'm like, because I'm always working. There's never a time when I'm not working. So that's how I met them. And I feel like Capricorn singles, that's how you're going to meet your significant other. It's either through work, or it's going to be through family or friends that are trying to set you up. Can I tell you right now, I would say no to that, because when I've had people try and set me up, it's never good. I've never had a setup work in my favor. So just be discerning, Capricorn. I feel like you guys are going to be, you're about it, and you're like, okay, cool, why not? It'll be fun, because Capricorns have a great sense of humor. We'll just play with the energy. It'll be like, okay, sure, you know, I'll do it. That kind of vibe. It's, I don't know. I'm getting kind of like weird. I feel weird right now talking about it. I'm kind of blushing a little bit, because it is funny. I feel like you will have a lot of people interested, but it's just whether or not you're interested is the question. And then I see some exes coming back or trying. I do see that. You know how I feel about that. I'm not, it depends. It depends on the ex, but I think it's, you know, entirely up to you, Capricorn. If that's what you want to revisit, look, if they were decent to you and there was some kind of misunderstanding and it never got off the ground or something, then I would say yes, maybe. But if it's like an ex that was a complete narc and treated you like dirt, why would you want to go back to that? Obviously, we're not going to go back to that, okay? I don't see you doing that. Oh, God, this is hilarious. I mean, I do sense some frustration, especially if you're a Capricorn that hasn't had any nookie in a while. Look, we can talk about it. It's all right. And yes, that can be frustrating. So, I get it. But I don't feel like you guys are the type that wants to just have a fling right now. I'm not getting that energy. I feel like you're focused. I mean, it's not to say that you guys wouldn't do that. I just think that you like to err on the side of safety. So that's very, if you're like, say if you are a single parent like me, you're not going to do that. You know, I don't think my Capricorns would do that. I think that you guys are more like, no, you know, I need to get to know you. We need to go on a couple of dates. I can't just do the friends with benefits thing, or just have a sexual partner. I'm not getting that energy here right now. I could be wrong. Again, it's a collective reading. But I'm not getting that. I'm getting more like, if my Capricorns don't mind dating, getting to know somebody, and then if it moves into where you're seeing each other consistently and the vibes are there, then yes, then a sexual encounter could possibly happen. But I do feel like you guys do have your guard up, essentially only because you kind of been through the ringer with relationships in general. I'm not even talking about love relationships. I'm talking about people who you thought you could trust stabbing you in the back, or trying to one-up you, or competing with you secretly, or trying to derail your business, or whatever the case may be. So there's a lot of trust issues there. You know, my Capricorns need time. They need time to reassess and see if that's where they want to go. It's really up to you, Cappy. I don't know. But I do see love coming in the fall. So that's good for some of you. It's not top priority. I feel like work and business will always be top priority for my Capricorns, especially the single parent Capricorn who's just really trying, or just the single Capricorn who's just really trying to create a firm foundation and security for themselves. They don't want to rely on anybody else, you know? Who does? I know I don't. Okay, let's keep going. So that's it. Okay. Yeah, so I do see love is possible in the fall if you're ready for that. And, you know, Capricorns, I feel like you're the one calling the shots, really. There is an energy that wants to come in. It's almost like they have a crush or something. They want to come in, but they're afraid. Oh, my God. Because Capricorn, if you guys are giving a vibe where it's like, no, I'm untouchable, don't, you know. It can be a little intimidating. I feel like a lot, but like I said, again, I feel like in August, you guys are going to kind of slowly open up and just be like, no, I'm approachable. I'm friendly. You know? I think that a lot of people misinterpret Capricorns that way because we do seem like we're old business. I'm telling you, since I've been wearing my glasses, because I have to wear my glasses full time now, no one talks to me. Like, I mean, men don't approach me. It's almost like, you know, she's smart. You know, like, you don't even touch that. I don't know, whatever. I just think it's funny because I'm like, you know, it's just their glasses. I have to wear them. What am I supposed to do? I'm, you know, the age I am, I need them. I can't see you otherwise. So, but I'm going to tell you right now that I do feel that once you allow your sense of humor and your personality to shine through, they will be more at ease and more open to being like, oh, okay, you know, Capricorn digs me. Yeah, they're fun, actually. Wow, look at this side of Capricorn. You have to get someone that's willing to take the risk of, I keep getting this energy that's like afraid to approach my Capricorn because they feel like they don't have enough, or they're not smart enough, or they're out of their league. I don't think that's the thing, because Capricorns are really down to earth. They're funny. We're funny. We're very sarcastic too. But we're very open to meeting new people, and we love underdogs. I mean, as long as you're an underdog that's working on yourself, we're all about it, because that's all we do. That's all we do is we work on ourselves. So, I mean, I had this guy, oh God, not recently, this was a while back, but I remember I really dug him. He was a cool guy. He was a bit nerdy, but I dig the nerds. I love, like, the intelligent nerd, but I also, you know, the sexy nerd, you know? So, and that's what he was. He was kind of like that. And we were having a conversation, and he said something like, he's like, I eat McDonald's, for fuck's sake. He's like, why would you want someone like me? And I'm like, because you eat McDonald's? I think at the time I was vegan, vegetarian. I didn't give a shit. And I was like, no, I don't even think I was. Maybe vegetarian. But I think my response was, look, you eat McDonald's. I'm like, I eat Taco Bell. We'll get through it. We're going to work through these problems. But it didn't matter. I mean, I couldn't convince this guy that you're putting me on this pedestal that I haven't earned, you know? So Capricorn, sometimes you guys have a tendency where people put you up there because you have that attitude. You don't mean to. I don't think it's like we mean to. People think I'm a bitch and a snob sometimes. I'm just like, what? I'm like, I'm so not. I'm like, I swear. If you just give me a chance. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, people see you a certain way. They're going to make these judgments, right? If people get to know a Capricorn just needs time to show their true selves. They need to trust you first. You have to give them time. They're not just going to be like, hey, here's me. I mean, they're not going to do that. It's like peeling a banana or layers off an onion. There's so much more to see. It's a lot more than you think. Capricorns need to take their time. They're very, I know I can be very, I know you're not going to believe this, but I can be very shy. Like when I meet new people, I'm very quiet. And then when I open up, it's like, look out, because then you can't shut me up, you know? So it depends. It depends. I don't know why I went on that tangent, but that was fun. All right. So anyway, Capricorn singles. Definitely by the fall, if you're open to it, I see you meeting somebody. Okay? And I feel like it's going to be good. The thing is, when it comes to Capricorns and they know who they want to be with, it goes very fast. Bam, bam, bam. So I am going to, Spirit is telling me, just take your time this time. You know, there's no need to rush. Don't rush to the I love yous. Don't rush to the moving in. Don't rush to the engagement. None of that stuff. You just take your time. You get to know the person, okay? And let them get to know you, and you get to know them. I just feel that if you guys do take the dive into another relationship, especially if I'm getting some broken-hearted Capricorns, you're going to do it right this time. You're not going to just... You're going to look for those red flags. You're going to address them immediately. Not everybody's perfect. We all have something, right? But I do feel that my Capricorns are slowly putting their guard down. And that's good to see, okay? Oh, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Health-wise, let's see. Well, Capricorn rules the knees, the bones, and things like that. So I am getting stuff with getting teeth fixed or cleaned or something with my teeth. Maybe you just need a cleaning, or maybe you want to get Invisalign and you want to straighten your teeth. There's something cosmetic going on too, with the teeth. And then I do see you guys are getting back into like a workout regimen, or you're doing it now and it's showing results finally. So a lot of you are like, oh, thank God, like I can't, with winter coming, we have a tendency to, if you live in a climate where you do get winter, sometimes we do hibernate. But my Capricorns are pretty active for the most part. So just watch out for that, Don't slow down with that. Keep on track with health and wellness. And then I feel like you guys will be okay. Because I do see a lot of changes to diet. Maybe taking more supplements. I'm seeing more like green algae or green drinks, or I'm lifting weights now, or if I didn't lift weights before, I'm incorporating them, or maybe instead of running, I'm doing yoga or Pilates, or, if you're a guy, well, not that it matters if you're a guy or girl, but I'm just getting, I'm seeing extreme sports, like it could be mountain biking through the woods, or, I used to run through the woods. I can't run anymore because my knee, but I walk, so. And I do love yoga and Pilates. I think it's beneficial. Some people can't do yoga because I have a lot of friends that say because they have back issues they can't do yoga, but my back hurts sometimes just because I'm always sitting, working and sitting and doing what I got to do. So stretching, that kind of stuff. Pay attention to that. What else, Spirit, for my Capricorns? I'm not going to talk about the enemies. I see a lot of family drama, but nothing that you're allowing to interfere with your process. I honestly feel like a lot of you are getting to the point where you're either going to take the calls or you're not. It's really that simple. You're not going to entertain bullshit anymore, Capricorn. You guys have been through enough, and you're really focused on the better, the good. Where is life going to take me now? I'm ready for the next adventure. It's that kind of a vibe. Yeah. Oh, let's see who this is. How was the weather? It was okay. Just a little bit of rain. Not as bad as I thought. Period. No flooding. Because we had a flash flood warning here where I live, and I was a little nervous because that's what's been happening all over with these stupid flash floods, And it's scary. I just, the weather is so unpredictable. Even with AccuWeather, and I have the, that all the time. Okay, sorry. So, yeah, I don't, you're either going to take the call or you're not, Cap. That's it. All right, I think we covered all the bases, you guys. This reading's gone well over, so I'm going to end it. I wish you guys the best full moon in Capricorn ever. Watch out for those retrogrades. Remember, do not let anything derail you from your path. You stick to what you're doing. and you're good to go. I love you. Have the best day. Bye.